right, we're live. I'm here with my dear friend, Michael Weinstein, who is actually in Colombia right now. And I'm in northern Thailand. And the topic for today is the Ascension Accelerator. And the reason why I reached out to Michael this time is because I have been sharing things to bring them into the light for well over 20 plus years. You know, I grew up in Catholic school. I was in the Catholic Church. I knew about some of the things they were doing to the children. I knew about the shame and guilt program of the church and a lot of inversions and stuff. And I've been sharing that for a long time. And in the past year or so, I've realized that I really just desired and intended to focus on sharing the tools from the waking up in the dream process, healing tools, being the conscious observer, doing my own inner growth and healing. And yet I kept kind of falling back into sharing and supporting the other brave souls out there that were not afraid to stand up and were sharing stuff. These people that were labeled theorists, which were actually conspiracy factualists, is what they really are, and had the courage to stand up, you know? And so right now, as what Michael and I are going to talk about, there has never been this level of energy and frequency coming into the planet. So we've got an opportunity right now to really get clear on where we're going to put our focus and our energy. And again, I've been getting pulled back into, I need to support the children. I need to stand up for these people. People are finally starting to get it. So I want to support the people that are out that are finally putting their butts on the line when their family thinks they're crazy. You know, people are, they're losing friends because they're sharing truth. And I applaud those people. So I've kind of kept getting pulled back into this. So that was the reason why I reached out to Michael. And we just had a great hour-long conversation that we probably should have recorded, but we're recording now. So I just want to thank everybody that's here, that I'm connected, that we're connected with all over the world, that is operating in love, questioning everything, being willing to look at their programming, anything that's coming up to be healed, anything that needs more love, more gratitude, more playfulness, more humor, getting back to being playful. I realized that I hadn't been laughing as much this year as I had in the past. And I always wanted to be a comedian. I loved it. I grew up at the Comedy Store in La Jolla, California. And when I lived in LA, going to music school, and I hung out with Sam Kinison and Robin Williams and all these top people back in the day. And I just always thought laughter was the best medicine ever. And I still believe that. And so the reason I'm sharing this is because I'm not going to come on here and just go, you need to be all this, that. I'm in the process of undoing some of my programming as well. So we're going to have a little conversation around this, and I intend that you find it valuable. So Michael, welcome.
Hey.
What's going on? And I would say, question I would ask you, what is our number one highest mission and goal to focus on now? If you were to
let's keep, me, we were talking about it, and I'll always talk about this. Simple. Keep it simple. We have never had an energetic environment to evolve and expand in like the one that we have right now. Right now, it's never been easier. It's never been this effortless. Less is way more, way more, so like the conversation that we had, and the subtitle, I guess, to what we're talking about, Jeff, stop doing what we're doing, because all we're doing is restricting this flow. We're restricting the flow. A couple of big things that restrict the flow. Anything that's not based in unconditional love, in fear. There's your teeter-totter, love and fear, right?
Right.
You can't have them both, bro. I mean, everybody knows this. We don't always remember it. A lot of times we get too close to this. So we can't, like you said, be a conscious observer, which I think the less we do of that now, also the better off that we're going to be. In fact, the less of everything that we do now, the better off we're going to be, because we're going to allow this natural flow that is our natural state of being, our compassion, our unconditional love, our peaceful nature, our support, our motivation. Remember, speaks every language, right? You see it in Thailand, bro. I'm seeing it in Colombia. I've seen it in 25 countries in the last 10 plus years with my global travels. So
I'll stop you right there for 1 second. What he's talking about is what we were talking about earlier. Is I'm living in northern Thailand. I still speak just a little bit. I know how to say hello, how are you, and the formalities, and how much does it cost, and thank you, and you're beautiful. But deep conversations, I'm still not there yet, so I have to use Translate a lot. But what I was talking about with Michael is I just smile at everybody, because the frequency of where I live is so heart-based and kind. There's no drama where I live. You don't even have to lock your house. There's just nothing gets stolen. I can leave my keys in my motorcycle all day long. It's just, I love this place. And so what he's talking about when he's going like this, he's talking about that heart frequency of love, kindness, respect, and gratitude. And he was also talking about, before that, for me to clarify, because I originally titled this, the topic was going to be, we no longer have to expose the dark, because that's given our energy to it. And that's what I was wrestling with, because I was like, well, if people didn't speak up, then how's it going to be brought into the light? But with the frequencies that are happening right now, I really, really, truly believe and feel and know that the light has already won. And so it doesn't make me feel good to post about the traffickers and the chemtrails and all that stuff. And I'm not telling anybody not to do it. I'm just bringing this up for an open discussion, because I've been wrestling with this a little bit. So, Michael.
That's as simple as, again, it's just keep it simple. Keep it simple. We had to do a lot early on, and you and I are on the same timeline, if you want to use that word, but we go back 20, 25, 30 years with this stuff.
Right.
And we've seen it. We've been exposed to it. We've done the dance, we did the ceremonies, we had the tools, we did the affirmations. That's all we had. The planetary happenings used to have some power because that's what we gave it. Now there is so much energy pouring into this planet. Yeah. I said the love has never been this high, which we don't hear enough about. We don't talk about enough. Yeah. The level of compassion, the level of understanding. You want to talk about changing somebody's outlook on life, just tell them, I understand. That's it. Yeah. That's it. Right. And then let it go from there. But to get back to what you and I were starting with, if we want to get this thing to a place it's never been, we have to do what we've never done. Yeah. And the classic Jeff, the classic thing that we've always said, what's the definition of insanity, man? Doing what you've always done and expected different results. Right. The spiritual thing, this ascension, I call it the amazing adventure. Same thing, same thing. And the other thing, like if you go back to the post that I laid out on Facebook this morning, talking about spring cleaning, and we all remember how important it is to create space for this new whatever's coming. Yeah. To come in and saddle on up and join us and come into our space, enter our field. We control every single thing that comes and goes, all of it. Yeah. 100% right here, baby. So take ownership of that, please, and then act accordingly.
Yeah.
Don't you think?
Yeah. I mean, I start out every day, and it's not because I'm so great. It's just because I learned, or maybe I am so great.
You are great.
But I learned that when I wake up every morning, and I have everybody that goes through the course do this, you consciously and intentionally create your day before you even get out of bed, before those 50 to 80,000 thoughts start running. I love on every cell in my body. I talk to it. I thank it. And then I ask, how can I serve the collective today? And I used to just go, this is what I want. What can I get? I hope it's a good day. I didn't realize that I was actually, if I intended it and claimed it and felt it with gratitude, is already here now. That is the secret to manifestation. So now I don't go, I intend that I'm always wealthy or whatever. I say every single day just kept getting more magical and more magical and more magical. The most incredible people just kept showing up in my reality. Abundance, health, mind-blowing synchronicities. Every single day, they just kept happening. So what I'm doing is I'm telling my subconscious that they already happened. And when you begin your day like that, and you set your intention of, how can I assist other people? You don't have to have a lot of money. You don't have to have anything but this smile and a kind heart. And you will begin to see, since you are a magnet, that.
I remember, we're transmitters. We're monstrous energetic transmitters. And we're, as much as we allow ourselves to be, we're a channel that has done, well, let's just put it in perspective. We've done what has never been done before in so many different aspects of this particular adventure that we're experiencing on this planet right now. But it never been done. In fact, there weren't any odds for this even coming together. We've been working at this thing if you're listening to this, I guarantee you're an old soul and you've been doing this for hundreds, if not thousands of lifetimes, and you know exactly what I'm talking about. But man alive, let it do its thing. Right now, there's so much juice flowing. Let it run on autopilot, man. Just let it run.
Don't let the distractions suck in with the political and the countries and Iran and this and that. We don't even know what's going on.
Well, and better than that, here's another great comparison on how things have changed. I've started meditating over 30 years ago. I stopped. I'm going to say it's probably been close to 15, if not 20 years ago.
Stop meditating.
Stopped consciously getting into a different state, trying to create that connection that was the whole basis for the meditative practice.
Right.
Now that connection is 24/7, 365.
Yeah.
There's nothing to do except just let it do what it's doing. There's nothing to do with this thing except to let it do what it's naturally doing. There's nothing to do with our gifts and abilities that we brought with us except to allow them to do what they're naturally going to do. Right?
Yeah. That's powerful.
It's Jeff, it requires no energy.
Right. Yeah.
Zero. It's
nothing hard about it. There's no
work.
Difficulty. Yeah.
That label. There's no work. You talk about laugh. I laugh my ass off all day. I laugh at myself. I laugh with myself. I'm laughing with the Colombians. I entertain them. I guarantee it. They're cool with the language. I've taken a lot of Spanish. I've been speaking it quite a bit. Mi español es muy bueno. But
yeah,
one planet, one people, baby.
Right.
But let this thing do what it's naturally going to do. We don't. My feelings, my perspective. We don't need to do anything that has to do with anything external. We don't need to bring anything else into the party. The party's right here. The party's with you. The party's with all these beautiful, loving souls that are experiencing this conversation that you and I are blessed to share. That's enough, man. And it needs to be enough. And when we say it's enough, guess what? It's going to be. Right?
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's beautiful.
How blessed. I mean, look how blessed we are.
Yeah.
You talk about gratitude, and that's I've done the same thing my whole life, I think. I get up and I'll say good morning, and I say, let's go kick some ass. Really, that's it. I say, thanks, everybody. Here we go again. What surprises are we going to have? I don't know, but let's all enjoy them. At the end of the day, thank you, everybody.
Yeah.
And that's enough for me.
Yeah.
And I found too, just from my experiences, and I'm always tweaking some stuff and trying some different things and redirecting some things. But when I discovered or remembered, it's probably a better label or word, but I remembered this channel that flows clear through this container, clear through into the center of this planet. God bless her.
Yeah.
The least resistance, if I can reduce or remove the resistance to this, it's game on.
Yeah.
It's game on. Anything that is not based in total unconditional love needs to go.
Yeah.
Exit stage left. Get rid of it. And the other thing too, bro, and like we were having a great talk about, to do what we've never done, to go where we've never gone, we need to start doing some different things. Yeah. And if a person really wants to jump in the deep end of the pool, with all of it, and step back. If you want to pause, if you want to do some breath work, if you want to just take in the sights and sounds, which I love doing, and go, come to daddy or come to mommy,
Right.
Bring it. Let's go.
Yeah.
Bring it, and watch what happens.
Yeah.
Wow. It's words can't even describe it.
Yeah. I'm with you.
Oh.
I adopted the mantra, everything is always magically showing up for me. And then I put it into everything just kept magically showing up in my reality, the people with no expectations. And,
expectations are going to create resistance, bro.
Yeah. And, when I figured out the spell words that I put in the book, hope, need, want, wish, try, all those words tell your subconscious it's still not here yet.
It's lack. It's lack.
It's not here now. So when you start to program your subconscious, which is one of my things I love to take people through the process of, right. And myself, I practice it every day. It's like everything just magically kept showing up in my reality. And when you can feel that, like a little kid on Christmas morning, whether or not Christmas is fake or whatever, but, or on their birthday, then that's the frequency. It's trust, it's ownership, it's playfulness, and it's gratitude.
Here's another powerful word, bro. Knowing. And I love to say it, when our knowing starts showing. We have completely let go of anything that has to do with less than.
Yeah. Knowing and claiming.
Big time. Yeah. Big time. Yeah. Big time. Yeah. And if we truly, want to do our best to be the very best that we can be, it speaks for itself. It does. And when it takes off, and you've experienced it, I know I've experienced it, and I've been blessed to be able to be with some people through the process as they've experienced this. When the blinders drop off, they'll open up and they'll just drop off. Now we're into the multidimensional magic.
Yeah.
And it gets real interesting.
Yeah.
What an amazing time.
Yeah. It's wild.
Oh,
It's wild. It's almost like I've been noticing this for a long time. I don't even know what's real. It's like you got AI, you got clones. Now they can do any video of anybody that looks real with their voice. And you don't.
Well, let me throw a question.
AI can be useful for some things, but I
Let me
personally.
throw a question at you, bro. Does it matter? I mean, really? And what I mean is, do we need to give it any attention? Do we need, because we know it's there.
Right.
We're watching. That's why I call it the cartoon. We're watching Bugs Bunny and Roadrunner. We're watching the Foghorn Leghorn.
Again, don't give it any energy unless it's.
There's no surprises. There's no surprises. This isn't our first rodeo. That's why we're here. We've been doing this all over the universe. We got the best of the best here right now, rocking and rolling. And the best thing that we can do, I've always felt, and I believe that I've experienced this, is we just lead by example. That's all. And just allow people to let them know that, hey, it's okay. Yeah, you're okay. This is exactly the way it's supposed to be. What's coming doesn't matter. What's back here, the same thing. It doesn't matter. What can we do right here, right now to make a difference? Right. And sometimes doing nothing will make a difference. Yeah. But man, that heart.
Yep. That's the key.
Oh, and live in your truth, man.
Yeah.
Live in your truth. Stop. If you're going to blow smoke up somebody's rear end, blow it up your own, but really don't, because all you're doing is delaying the inevitable.
Right.
We're all walking each other home, as the saying goes, right?
Yeah.
I'm cool with breaking out in a jog once in a while.
Yeah.
Right?
Absolutely.
I'm cool with I'd be cool with jumping on the orange scooty and hanging out with the dogs.
Yeah.
Right?
It's the best.
Look at the love. Look at the love is all around us.
Yeah.
It's everywhere. Man,
Where's your focus?
These little restaurants I get to go to. My favorite thing to do now is on Saturday, I'll go down to the little town square here in the middle of this little is probably 60 or 70,000 people. I'll go down to the town square and hang out with the locals, and I'll get a bag of popcorn and I'll feed the pigeons.
Nice.
And then the kids will show up and they want to feed them, and I'll buy popcorn for the little kids to feed them. And they're squealing and they're stomping their feet.
Yeah.
Oh,
man. That's it.
It's just love, man.
Yeah.
And then stop doing so much. Stop doing everything. Just stop it and watch what happens. Oh.
Good stuff, brother.
Yeah.
Every time we get together, it's always inspiring to me, and I love you, and I'm intending that whoever watches this may get a little bit of inspiration, and I'd love to hear people's input and insights in the comments of anything that they'd love to share that can bring more people together.
Yeah, I just love having a chance. Like I said, I call it the trilogy now, but it's sharing a smile, touching another heart, and making a difference, man.
Yeah,
that's it. I'm good. If it hits one, I'm one ahead of where I was whenever I wasn't, right? Yep. So, and it's just natural with me, like you were saying with the smile thing. I love watching people's faces light up.
Yeah.
And it could be here because of I call it Blanco peel, the white skin, and the azul ojos, the blue eyes, which nobody has. But it's so cool because they stop and then it just goes.
Yeah.
And I can feel it. I know you can feel it, that energy, it just washes over you.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Oh,
Yeah, we were talking about earlier how I live in Thailand and I don't speak a lot of Thai, and I live in this little town outside of Chiang Mai in northern Thailand where these people have known each other for generations.
generations.
I'm the white guy on an orange Honda Scoopy with a dog on. I mean, I stick out like a neon sign, but I just smile at everybody.
Yeah.
And it immediately, you can just feel the frequency. They just get it. Nothing even needs to be said.
Well,
It's
the
just-
resistance
Yeah.
reduces or it's completely dissolved.
Yeah.
And now they're back to where they were before. Just love.
Yeah.
Just love, man. Yeah. Blessed. Oh, I'm so, just like you, bro. I am so grateful for everything every day.
Yeah. Man, I'm talking to the trees.
Oh,
At least 10 times a day, I'm saying, I love you, Mother Earth. It's so alive here in Thailand. There's butterflies and birds and cows and water buffaloes and lizards and flowers of every color all year round. There's water everywhere, lakes and streams. And it's unbelievable. And it's just like, I go to these little markets. I did a video the other day of one of the little local markets. These people in this town where I live in the next town over, there's some that are a little wealthier, but I would say the average Thai person might make in 1 year what a low end income person in America or something makes in a month.
easy.
I mean, it's like
Easy.
they might make $5 to $10 a day, maybe, but they're happy. And I go to these markets and there is so much abundance and they wheel it in. Like they set up the tables and then they break them down. They'll spend all day and wheel it in on a motor scooter with a side cart, like a woman that's 80 years young, and she'll stack all these, fruits and vegetables. And it's just like the abundance is so in your face. There's like no lack. And they're not running around complaining about money or anything else. They're just living
they're just loving. They're just loving.
Yeah. And it's so great to be around.
That's why I love the street food. I love hanging out at the little restaurants here. I go where only the locals go. I don't do any of that other stuff, bro.
Yeah. Yeah. It's priceless.
Oh,
it's priceless. So.
And like we were talking about, before we came on too, the reality check that I just had. I've been out of the U.S. for well over 10 years. And went back just what's it been now? About a month, I think, to see my older brother and younger sister who I hadn't seen since I've been gone, to reconnect and just to see. But the energy in the United States, I had such a blessed, like you, I had such a blessed childhood. Outdoors, fishing, hunting, camping, snowboarding, skiing, you name it, playing all the sport, all of that stuff, an amazing father who taught me all this stuff and taught me the appreciation of the planet, and how to be a good steward, for heaven's sakes. It's completely changed, man.
Yeah.
But there's so many, Jeff, there's so many places on this planet now. Thailand was one, Vietnam, Cambodia, all the way through there. I've experienced it everywhere, and reflections, projections, right, bro? If we're putting it out, we're pulling it in, right?
Yeah.
If we're putting it down, we're picking it up.
Yeah.
Right?
We're magnets. Yeah, we're magnets.
Oh, man.
It's just really important to be aware of that. So
yeah, just remember. That's all.
Yeah.
There's nothing really to learn anymore. We've done it all, we have, for heaven's sakes. That's why we're here. Our universal resume speaks for itself. But to be able to allow, once again, getting back, allowing this to do what it naturally does
Yeah.
is more than enough.
Yeah. Beautiful.
You know? Yeah.
So I'm intending everybody stays excited because the shift is on.
Oh, it's on big time. It's never been on.
There may be some bumps in the road because, you know, a lot of people don't want to really change because they're used to doing whatever they've been doing. But, you know, that's okay too. That's their choice. Not everybody's going to choose a higher timeline.
Well,
But
there's as many perspectives as there are loving souls on this planet, right? I love to say there's an ass for every seed. And it's cool because that's what makes this as beautiful as it is.
Yeah.
And then free will. Anytime you want to grab the remote and change the channel,
Yeah.
rock on. Go for it, man. Right?
Search out the highest frequency and be it.
Just be it. Just be. Don't even have to look for it. Just be it.
Yeah.
It'll come. This will come to a point. I know it has with me, and I'm sure it has with you and a lot of people that are listening to this. It'll come to a point with this process where this thing switches on to autopilot, and it takes off on its own. And the thing that keeps it going, the thing that adds to the momentum, is once again reducing or removing the resistance. That's all we really need to be aware of.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah.
Pretty simple.
It's happening. Well,
Yeah.
brother, I sure do love you, and I always appreciate getting together with you. And thank you for coming on and sharing your heart and your wisdom. And I'm intending that somebody may get inspired by this, and if not, I'm inspired by it.
Oh, I love it. This is why we're here, bro.
It's great.
Thank you. Thank
deeper.
you. Thank you for everything you do and for all those loving souls that you touch. You know, we are blessed.
Yeah, we are. All right, brother. Until next time, big love.
Lots of
Catch
love,
up.
bro.
All right.
Okay.
Cheers.
Right on.